Have you ever had something happen that was really, really challenging, scary, or embarrassing, or that was just a plain outright disaster? And then once you got past the crisis, you put lipstick on the pig by saying, well, at least I got a good story out of it. We've all done it, right?
Well, it turns out that there's a good reason for that. Researchers at Harvard have discovered that literally one of the most important things human beings need for survival is, well, a good story.
In his essay collection, 3 Uses of the Knife, playwright David Mamet talks about the perfect football game. So he argues that the perfect game isn't one where one team dominates the other, taking the lead early and never looking back. He says the perfect game is when both teams are evenly matched. Each takes the lead from the other throughout the game, with the battle for the win determined as the final seconds on the clock run out.
Tension, drama, that's actually what makes the perfect game, and that's what makes the perfect story.
The Harvard studies found that character-driven stories cause oxytocin synthesis, and character-driven stories with emotional content caused people to not only understand key points better, but also to recall these points even weeks later.
Oxytocin, you may have heard, is one of the feel-good chemicals that our brain produces. It's been called the love hormone. The amount of oxytocin produced predicts how much people were willing to take action, cooperate, or help others. It helps us feel empathy.
Now, another chemical is also at play when we encounter a good story: cortisol. Neuroeconomist Paul Zak found that cortisol, our stress hormone, is released when we encounter the tense moments in a story. And since cortisol is part of our fight, flight, or freeze response, it helps us focus.
So when we hear a good story, cortisol helps us focus, oxytocin prompts us to feel good about the message and take action. That's why we all like a good story and remember them.
Of course, in order to motivate action, a good story has to also keep our attention, something that's in short supply in our overstimulated brains.
Successful stories do just that. They create tension and inspire the audience.
Check out our next blog post to learn more about what it takes to create a successful story in a marketing context.